Okay, so I hope you have understood how does the stable network works. Okay, very simple example. I had considered to explain what a stable network is. Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi network. I had considered through which the user was trying to access the information. Okay, and the flow also I had already explained you. That is, first of all, end user, then end user will be connected through local router to the internet service provider and the internet, and further it will be connected to the server. Okay, so this example I had considered to understand how does your broadband or stable network works. Also, we have already seen that what are the drawbacks are, or what are the possible limitations of a stable network if we try to compare same thing with the mobile network. Okay, so uh, after that, okay, let's try to understand again what is a mobile network, how it differs from your stable network, and so on. Okay, so again in similar way, let's see, okay, what is actually mobile network. Okay, so since this is the theory is from your first unit. Okay, and the question might be asked in a very basic way. Okay, that is what is mobile computing, or how does the mobile network work, and so on. Okay, or the question might be asked to compare the mobile network with the stable network also. Okay, and what was our main motto is that you should understood how does the mobile network differs from stable network, and why you have learned this mobile network as a course, even though you have learned the computer network subject in previous semester. Okay, so here again consider, let's say, okay, there is one network. Okay, network in the sense, okay, one network is formed, which is in short your mobile network. Okay, let's say this is your mobile network. Okay, and this is, say, your wireless station. Okay, by the way, I'm not going good in drawing, just try to understand the purpose and the theory behind it. And let's say this is your mobile device. Okay, so this is your mobile device. Okay, now obviously instead of your local router, okay, this wireless station is acting as access point. Okay, where in our previous case, in this case, okay, this router was acting as access point in short. Okay, so here in this example, this wireless station is acting as access point basically. Okay, and obviously in similar manner, okay, this wireless station will be further connected to the internet service provider. Okay, let's say this is your ISP. Now this internet service provider is basically the mobile network service provider like Airtel, Idea, and so on. Okay, see, since this is introduction to first unit only, so in this will be just only a brief introduction to mobile network, and we are going to compare something with stable network. So the theory will be again with respect to that point only, and while learning mobile IP we will try to learn the same theory in more depth, that is, it will be introduction to second unit. Okay, so in this case okay, this will be the wireless station is acting as in short the access point. Okay, and further this ISP will be connected, okay, to the internet, and further there will be a server as I had considered. Example in previous case. Again, let's consider the same example here also, so that you can understand the difference between them. So this is the end server in short. Okay, this is your internet or a network you can consider, or public network. And again, in similar manner, the flow will be similar from internet ISP through the public network and to the server. Okay, so in short, this is your user and so on. Okay, now since this is example of mobile network, so again it will work in similar manner. Okay, so this is your wireless station, okay, who is providing the network access. Okay, and again in this case, this is also the range of your network. Okay, always remember, okay, most of the things are same if you compare the stable network, that is IP address allocation, that is it has to pass through the same steps again. Okay, so what will happen is, okay, let's consider a simple example. Okay, this is your wireless station. Okay, I'm just writing here as a WS, which is a wireless station. So in this case, when this mobile device is turned on, first of all it will try to deliver the request. Okay, it will try to deliver the request to the nearest wireless station. From this wireless station, this request will be again delivered to the internet service provider. Okay, internet service provider will try to provide the network access through this wireless station available, okay, to that particular end device. Now again in this case, okay, it's not like just only the request will be delivered. Okay, so while delivering the request, user will try to provide the user, okay, some sort of hardware details. Okay, okay, so in short, okay, when the user will be connected to the mobile network, okay, it is going to deliver some sort of information which will be included with the user's information, the external, or say the SIM card, that is subscriber identity module based information, and the device based information. So combined, this request will be delivered through this wireless station to the internet service provider, and obviously the next step will be very simple and a very as usual step. The internet service provider will try to assign some IP address. Okay, I'm just writing here as a IP allocation. Okay, so as usual the same thing will happen, that is the IP will be allocated to this mobile device by this internet service provider to maintain the communication and to identify the user basically. Okay, so when the IP address will be allocated to this internet service provider, okay, again this device, okay, this device will be recognized within this formed home network only, or so called mobile network only, and this IP address which is allocated is only useful within this mobile network or home network only. Okay, so basically this is your home network, and within this home network only this user will have access to the internet. Okay, so at this moment just only this mobile device will have access to the network. I'll let you know further what is foreign network and how it differs from the stable network, and how this mobile device will have access still to the network even though this mobile user has entered into foreign network. Okay, so right now consider again the example. Okay, let's say right now this user is ready to access or to access services of this ISP through the provided network. Now services can be anything. It might be calling, it might be delivering messages, it might be accessing internet and so on. Okay, so now when this mobile device will be connected to the internet service provider, again in this case also the protocols standards will be maintained, and in this case basically, since this is a service based network, okay, services in the sense so many services are there as I mentioned, like calling, delivering SMS, using internet and so on. So again this ISP may have some different sorts of services. Okay, not services, sorry, this ISP may have different types of policies also. If you considered there is another internet service provider, then that internet service provider may have different policies and rest of the things. So here this is home network. Now when it is considered as home network, okay, even though this home network, or say this network, is in short established by this internet service provider. Okay, so this is considered as home network, and this circle defines the range of this wireless station basically. Okay, so it doesn't mean like, okay, when this user will enter into the another range, okay, when this user will enter into the another access point range. Okay, just wait for a moment, let me draw this diagram here. Okay, let's say one more wireless station is there, okay, which actually in short this wireless station is installed by the same internet service provider only. Okay, so this is again let's say another wireless station too. For understanding purpose I'm just drawing this thing. Okay, so when let's say this user is traveling along, or say this user is moving or traveling along, okay, and after some time, okay, let's say this user has entered into the another wireless stations network. Okay, another wireless stations networks in the sense, okay, right now this user is available within the range of this wireless station. After some time this mobile device, or say this user, has entered into another wireless station or access points range. Okay, so right now again same thing will happen. Okay, again this user will try to continue with the previous session. Okay, that is, it will try to deliver the same information through this wireless station to the internet service provider and so on. So in this case again what will happen is, okay, this mobile device will not have any interrupt, because as I said, this wireless station is a part of this ISP's network only. Okay, in short, including this wireless station or the second wireless station, it forms this ISP's network only. Okay, so don't get confused. Okay, so including this wireless station 1's network or the range which is specified for wireless station 2. Okay, both of them forms the same ISP's network only. So even though when this user has entered into the range of another wireless station, this user will not have an interrupt with respect to the previous communication which is maintained with the server. Okay, so it is fine that this is very ideal thing, that it's not like there is no any even though change in a network, even though same network is available, even though in this case also, that is even though the range is changed, okay, for the same network or say the for same ISP's network, even though okay it doesn't differ. Okay, because in short the another wireless station which is available here, okay, it is in short acting as the another another access point, or it is acting as the same part of ISP only, which even though try to form the same ISP's network only. Okay, so in short, this is your home network again. Okay, home network, home network in the sense it covers the same region again. Again I am repeating the region. Okay, so what is the meaning behind it is, okay, let's consider example. Okay, so let's say this is a particular considered, so this is a particular metropolitan area. Okay, now metropolitan area in the sense you can consider it in the city for understanding purpose. Okay, so for understanding purpose, let's consider it, say this is the Pune city. Okay, let's say this is your Pune city, or probably you can consider state also. Let's say this is Maharashtra state. Okay, so this is suppose Maharashtra state. Okay, and okay, this border defines okay the range again, that is this is suppose your range. Okay, so you can consider okay this Maharashtra's, that is a network which is formed with respect to the border or the range forms one home network in short. Okay, now again here, okay, there's okay, this Maharashtra's region will have multiple, okay, it will have multiple access points, or you can consider the access points as in short the wireless stations. Okay, so those are wireless stations in short, which covers almost the network across the particular state. Okay, and obviously those those wireless stations, okay, may come under some metropolitan or some district wise areas. Okay, so consider, say, this area is Pune. Okay, so those this wireless station, this wireless station or access point are the part of this district areas only. Okay, and obviously those districts can try to cover up the suburban areas also. So in this way your actual mobile network is established and has well defined setup, and again which will have range again. Okay, so basically in this case, if you try to understand what is a possible range of that particular mobile network, okay, is nothing but in short, you can consider this range, or this border, okay, which defines the area or the border of this range basically defines the area or coverage of your home network. Okay, so this is nothing but your home network, very simple example, okay, which has set of wireless stations and so on. Okay, and when the particular user, okay, let's say this is okay, right now the user is available in this area, okay, which may comes under any district, and after some time, okay, suppose the user, okay, this is user right now, this is available in home network only. Okay, now this is the state form. State includes multiple districts, suburban areas and so on. Okay, and after some time, okay, let's say this user, okay, let's say leaves the home network, and user now suppose enters into the range of another network. Okay, now suppose right now the user has entered into another network. Okay, so in short you can call this network as foreign network. Okay, so this is your home network, basically this is your home network, and this is your foreign network. Okay, so when this user will enter into the foreign network, so this foreign network, in short, in that case you can say as this user has entered into the roaming network right now. So very simple example, okay, let's say in Pune region, okay, you are using your BSNL's SIM card to access network, and after some time, suppose if you enter or if you cross the Maharashtra border and if you enter into another state, so in that area, okay, if you are trying to access to the network or whatever be network is available in that particular area after crossing the border of a particular state, okay, then this situation is called as foreign network. So through that foreign network only you will have access to the all services of network. So in short, this term we call it as a roaming network. So when you are when you enter into roaming network, basically indirectly you might be connected to your home network or to your home ISP through for an ISP. Okay, so little bit I try to explain this part again, but just try to understand what is home network concept, what is wireless station, how multiple wireless stations are connected to each other, and when the user will enter into foreign network, how it is, how this thing is managed, or what is roaming network though. Okay, so in short, okay, again I'm repeating, this is nothing but what is explained in this example here. So don't consider it like right now this user is available into home network, which means that there should be just only a single wireless station. Always remember, this is not like this only one wireless station defines the range of that particular ISP. So in short, this case, this example, for understanding purpose only I have drawn this single circle only, but in actual way this is for this kind of example. I hope you have understood at least what is home network and what is roaming network or what is foreign network. Okay, so uh, let's come to this point again, because I thought that this is just introduction to mobile computing, so you should know basically why you are learning this subject, and what is the real time example or application to understand mobile network in detail. So basically this is your home network, and same thing is drawn here also, that is what is your home network is, okay, which is in short mobile network. Okay, so again in similar manner, when an internet service provider will allocate some IP address to this mobile device, okay, this IP address will be limited to that particular mobile network, or so that particular home network only. So again, if you compare the same thing with the already seen example, okay, so basically this type of example or mobile network will have the large range. If you consider this stable network point or wide network point, okay, who has range like the range might be say 100 to 200 meters too for a wired network. So if you compare the range of this mobile network, okay, which is even though more, if you compare, that is which may cover the state also, and even though the allocated IP address to that mobile device, okay, works with respect to the more range. If you compare same thing with the stable network here. Okay, what is the meaning behind it is, if you see this example in this stable or say in a wide network, basically the same IP address, that is this IP address basically works within the small range only. If you compare this the mobile network, which has the large range, if you consider the stable network, this is a very huge and major difference. So first thing is mobile network covers the more area if you consider or compare the stable or wired network. Next thing is the IP address allocated in stable network is limited to the small range only, okay, that is within a small area only the same IP address can be used. But if you see this mobile network, the allocated IP address can be used, okay, the range can be say across the state also, okay. Nowadays actually this term is changed, because some internet provider offers roaming free network even though, okay, so in that case also this ISP, in short ISP, has increased the range, okay. So again in that case this the allocated IP address is also acting as for a wide range, in short. So I'll come to that point. First of all, just try to understand the differences. Okay, so I hope at least you have understood the first two differences between them. First thing is range and the IP allocation with respect to the range. Now here is next point, that is foreign network concept. Okay, as I had already explained you what is the meaning behind foreign network or short roaming network. So when this user will enter into the foreign network or roaming network basically, then what will happen, let's see. Okay, so same representation I'm just trying to draw here only. Okay, so considered here again. Okay, let me remove the annotations or comments, sorry. Okay, so let's consider, say there is another foreign network you can consider. Say this is foreign network, okay, or a range of foreign network. So I'm just going to draw again the wireless station for that foreign network. Then again in similar manner, this foreign network will have the ISP and so on, and further obviously this wireless station will be connected to ISP. ISP will further connect to the public network or a global network. Okay, now here okay, don't get confused. Actually, in this case also, even though this ISP is ISP is a part of this network only, for understanding purpose I have drawn it outside to this home network range, but for understanding purposes you can consider the same thing here again. So this is ISP, that is you can consider this as, this is your internet service provider 1, which is right now as a home ISP for this our considered user. This is, let's say, our second ISP, that is internet service provider 2. Okay, so in short, this ISP's network is considered as foreign network in short. Okay, and obviously this internet service provider is trying to provide network access through this wireless station. This wireless station of this ISP2 basically. So I hope the diagram is completed now. Okay, so again consider the same scenario. Right now this is your home network, this is your user is available right now here. Okay, and this is a range of your home network. The range can be limited to the state of a particular region. And what is our example is, after some time, okay, say this user has entered into the foreign network, in short, where the foreign network, in the sense, okay, where another ISP's network is available and its own ISP's network is not available. Again, I am repeating same thing. Don't get confused, just try to listen it again. Okay, so here basically, now suppose there those wireless stations are, in short, the wireless stations of internet service provider 1. Okay, internet service provider 1 in the sense, let's say any example you can consider. Say this is suppose Airtel. See, if you try to understand it in a feasible manner, then feasibly almost all countries covered with all ISP's network. For understanding purpose, let's consider this is the ISP's one network, okay, which is only available within this particular region or within this particular state only. For understanding purposes, you can consider this example. Otherwise, feasibly it's not true or it's not possible. So this is ISP 1's network, and this is basically ISP2's network. This is ISP2's network. So right now this user has entered into the foreign network, that is ISP2's network. This is what is our example is. Okay, so again let's come to our original diagram, this one. Okay, so this home network, in short, it is a part of ISP1. Okay, and this foreign network, or this is another network or different network, which is of ISP2's network. Okay, and obviously ISP1 and 2 will be connected through internet. Okay, so here again the same scenario I am explaining here. What our scenario is, the user has right now entered into the foreign network. Okay, so in short, for this purpose, okay, let's make it available here, that is this user has entered into this network basically, which is in short foreign network. Okay, so when this user will be entered into the foreign network, so again it has to pass through same steps. Okay, so what will be flow is, this user will deliver the request through this wireless station. Okay, it will deliver the request through this wireless station through another ISP2. Okay, now here we already seen that which sort of information or details, user details, will be delivered to the respective internet service provider. In the similar manner, this user is going to deliver the connection request, including same user details or same details only. Now this ISP will understand that this user is not registered within my network, since this user is registered within this ISP1 services. See, what is the meaning behind this? Now suppose ISP1 is Airtel and ISP2 is Idea, suppose. Okay, so if this user is using the Airtel SIM card only, obviously this user is subscribed under this ISP1 or Airtel services only. So if this user is requesting to have network access from another ISP, that is from Idea cellular, suppose, is obviously user will, this internet service provider will understand that this user has not registered within my network. So in that case, what will happen? Okay, it will not replied anything at the moment. Okay, it will try to search. Okay, it will try to search, or it will deliver the request through the connected network through the ISP1. Okay, see, in short, all ISPs are connected to each other and they can share information with each other also. Since the ISP1 user has entered into this network, okay, so basically this ISP2 will forward the information to the ISP1 for confirmation purpose. Now ISP1 will understand that yes, this is the user who has registered within my services or within my directory. Okay, so based on that, this ISP1, okay, will deliver back the confirmation response to the ISP2 to provide the requested user the network access. So based on that, this ISP2 will provide network access to that connected or requested user, and after that this user will have access to the network again. Okay, but right now you can consider, or you can see here, the user is available within foreign network or other network. So in short, if you can compare same thing here, the user was able to just only connect within the same network at the same time. Okay, and even though only one wireless access point was available through which the network can be accessed. So here in short, what's happening is Okay, even though that user is entered into foreign network, okay, all communication will be done between that end user and between another end user through the user, through ISP2, through network again, through ISP1, and from ISP1 to the end server, that is another end device. So we should understand the difference between what is stable network and what is mobile network. That is, how does the single device can use the network services or can be connected within the same network or within the different network, and how the range, the protocols and standards are accessed or changed, how address allocation is done, everything is different. So this is basically happens in mobile network. Okay, even though which is very important difference. Okay, so probably in next theory session I'll try to cover up again in more depth what is actual difference between stable network and mobile network, how does stable network varies from mobile network, and what is the role of mobile IP in that case. But at least you should understand what is the difference between stable network and mobile network. That is how mobile device can move within a long range, and how the mobile device can be entered into foreign network too or different network too, and how does the mobile device or end user through mobile network can access multiple services from another network also, which is a major difference between stable and mobile network. So I hope you have understood the theory a little bit, since this is introduction to mobile computing or mobile network only. So in next lecture I will try to cover up the same part again in more depth. Okay, so that and little bit the rest of the sub points under the first unit also I will try to cover it, so that the brief introduction to first unit will be over. Thank you.